Hey guys, my name's Kevin Bowen. I'm back with another weekly blog for January 27th. First, I'm going to look at three big games that happened on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The Notre Dame-Pittsburgh game, Ohio State against Purdue, and then last night BYU against San Diego State. And then I'll preview a couple of the marquee games on Saturday. So let's first start off with the BYU-San Diego State game. I was shocked, two top 10 teams in Provo, Utah is not something that you usually find in late January, and San Diego State being one of the last undefeated teams in the nation. But the game lived up to the hype. Jimmer Fredette was dominant. He's a guard that is very crafty. Kind of reminds me of Steve Nash. He's got great handles. He just knows how to put the ball in the basket. It doesn't always look the prettiest, but he gets it in. And he had 43. At one point, I believe he had 20 in a row for BYU. San Diego State went to put Billy White on him late in the second half, 6'7" guy to kind of try to slow Jimmer down, and it did work. He was 1 of 6 on his last 6 field goal attempts, but he had some big free throws down the stretch, and BYU got a big win. Right now, they're kind of the front runners in the Mountain West. Both these teams play again on February 26th at San Diego State. And what was more impressive by BYU was they did have another guy step up, Brandon Davies. He's an athletic big guy. He had 14 and 6 on Wednesday night, and if BYU's going to go far in the tournament, they need a guy like Davies to step up. Jackson Emery, who's their all-time leader in steals in school history, struggled. He's a great three-point shooter, couldn't find a shot, but he shut down DJ Gay, San Diego State's point guard. Gay was 0 of 7 from the field, and San Diego State, pretty much all their points were just from their athletes in the front court. Quali Leonard had 20 and 8, but it took him a lot of shots to get there. And Malcolm Thomas and Billy White kind of struggled. So both these teams, I think, are very good teams. I don't think people should overlook either of them. Obviously, the key is, can Jimmer be that Stephon Curry type? Can he take his team and lead them to the Elite Eight, maybe even to the Final Four? In my opinion, he's a National Player of the Year right now, and unless Kemba Walker or Jared Solinger does something crazy here in the last month, I think Jimmer is going to be the Player of the Year. Tuesday night, Ohio State-Purdue. Flat out, Purdue didn't show up. Ohio State came to play. I think any team in the nation that would have played in Columbus on Tuesday night would have lost the Buckeyes. They had 6 guys in double figures, which doesn't happen for them. Jared Solinger had 17 and 8, I believe. He had a quiet night. He only played 27 minutes, but they didn't need him. Ohio State shot the 3-ball very well. William Buford hit 5 threes, and Aaron Craft and Deshaun Thomas, 2 freshman reserves, both in double figures for Thad Matta. So that was a big win for them. Purdue just got to regroup. Juwan Johnson, the only guy who showed up, I believe he hit 3 threes. He didn't really get anything going down low, so Purdue needs to find that extra gear. People talking about Ohio State going undefeated, I just don't see it happening. They're a great team, but the Big Ten is a great conference. They got 6 more games against ranked teams the rest of the year, so I just don't see the Buckeyes going undefeated this year. And then Monday night, I wrote an article, is Notre Dame the best team in the state of Indiana, and right now I think they are. They kind of beat Pittsburgh at their own game Monday night. They slowed it down. They out-toughed Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a team that won 52 of 53 at the Peterson Event Center, and Notre Dame just grinded it out. Carlton Scott hit them big threes in the second half for the Irish, and Ben Hansbrough, 5 straight trips down the floor. A simple high ball screen, and Gary McGee couldn't guard Hansbrough at all. And so that was a big win for the Irish. That was the first road win of the season. They now have about 6 or 7 wins against top 50 RPI teams, and right now I think are in that 3 or 4 level in terms of seeding. Pittsburgh, I think, is still the favorite in the Big East, but their loss has now brought a lot of teams in it. And 2 of those teams play on Saturday. Georgetown at Villanova, 2 great guards. Georgetown's got Austin Freeman, Chris Wright. And then Villanova's got Malik Waynes and Corey Fisher. I mean, 2 of the best backcourts in the nation, and 2 teams that are still in the Big East race. Georgetown had lost 4 or 5 earlier in the year, but have rattled off three wins in a row. And kind of the X factors in this game will probably be the big guys. Julian Vaughn against Antonio Pena down low. 2 guys that don't get a lot of accolades for their team, but 2 guys that are going to play big roles on Saturday. Another game in the Big East. Louisville traveling to UConn. Kemba Walker, if he wants to make a statement, this is where he needs to do it. National television on Sunday. Preston Knowles and Peyton Seaver are going to be in Walker's face all day long. But UConn is a team right now that got a big road win at Marquette, and after their win over Texas, they got some big resume wins, and right now we're probably about a 2 seed. And I think if Pittsburgh slips up, they are the best bet to maybe take that 1 seed. I'm still not sold on uh, UConn yet, but they've got a great resume. Obviously, won the Maui and beat Texas, so those are some big wins for the Huskies. Another game I'm watching: Minnesota traveling to West Lafayette to take on the Boilers. Purdue lost at Minnesota earlier in the year. Al Nolan played in that game. He has a broken foot. He will not be playing in this game. So right now, Minnesota's down DeVoe Joseph and Al Nolan, two of their marquee guards. So Blake Hoffarber, Trevor Mbakwe going to have to step up. And for Purdue, again, it's find that third score. Purdue seems to be a lot more comfortable at home, like most teams are, so I expect the Boilers to bounce back and win this game. And then the last game I'm looking at, Missouri at Texas. The Big 12 has 4 teams in the top 13 in the nation, and Texas right now is the favorite to win that conference. Obviously, they got a great win at Kansas on Saturday. Just great play by their young players: Jordan Hamilton, Tristan Thompson, Corey Joseph. Jacobin Brown stepped up, made some big shots late in that game, and knocked off Kansas. So Missouri likes to get up and down the floor. They lost to Georgetown earlier in the year. Besides beating Illinois on a neutral floor, they kind of need a big win as well. So this will be a big one for Texas, because they got Missouri Saturday, then they go at Texas A&M on Monday, and after that they don't play a ranked team the rest of the season. So Texas could be in line for that 1 seed. This is Kevin Bowen, just wrapping up a little video blog for the week. Hope you guys enjoy it, and if you have any comments, feel free to post it on the website.